Ah, yes, string join. Uh, oh, yeah, looks good. All right.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure out what was the issue.
What was the issue?
Uh, well, it can only string append can only do two,
Hmm.
and you had to add this to do this first.
Yeah. The string
Otherwise,
append
it
gives you
wouldn't.
another string, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool, cool. Okay. This is an instance of I don't know. Wait, did I join your screen last time? Was that something I could do last time? I don't remember. I think I couldn't,
I
right?
think we tried to do something and we couldn't.
Okay. Um, all right. I'm gonna write something in chat. Have you seen this before? Or in mathematics?
Uh, is it like geometry?
Uh, I don't know. It's okay. It's basically this is like the mathematics version of what you basically did in the code, but that's okay. But just know that you can call functions anywhere, right? You can call functions when you want to call functions. You can call functions in the body of function definitions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's basically the idea. Okay, I'm gonna give you your next problem now, which is gonna build on what you just did with string join. Give me a sec. Uh, there we go. All right, that's your next problem. You can copy it into your editor.
So if I is a five, then this should be at the fifth position of the string.
Yeah, could you write some tests to demonstrate that?
So it should be any number then like, in a test.
Yeah. Nice, okay. Nice. I like how you start with empty. Cool.
So if it's a 5, then it should be underscore plus 5 then.
Okay, so read the question carefully. What does it say about the constraints on I?
I is a number between 0 and the length of the string.
Yeah. So what's the length of the string here?
And there is no length.
Well, empty string has a length.
So that's infinite or
Zero. The length is zero, right? Because it's empty. Yeah, so I is between 0 and 0, inclusive. So what's the only possible of value of I here?
0.
0, yeah. So it shouldn't be 5, right? It can't be 5. So it has to be 0. Uh, what's the result of string insert?
What's the what?
The result of string insert?
Like this particular string insert
Yeah.
0.
Okay, so read the question carefully. What does it say? What does string insert produce?
It produces a string and a number with an underscore.
It produces a string and a number? It consumes a string and a number, right? It takes those two things as parameters, which you have done correctly. But all it says is it inserts underscore at the ith position of string, right?
Yeah.
So it just produces a string. But the string it produced, how does it get that string?
Well, it consumes the string and a number
Mm-hmm.
and inserts an underscore under ith position.
Okay. So in our case, I is 0, so we insert, yeah, we're putting an underscore in the 0th position, right? That is perfect. Okay, let's write more tests.
So when we count letters, it starts at like from 0, 1, 2, 3, right? Or is it 1, 2, 3,
Yes.
4,
No, no, zero, one, 2,
0?
3. Yeah, we always count from zero in this programming language. And that's generally true in all programming languages. Nice. Okay. One thing I do want you to have a habit of is increasing the complexity of your test cases gradually. So on line 5, that's the simplest possible test case. I really like that. But what's one level above a string insert of an empty string?
1.
Yeah, yeah. Can we try that? Can we string insert on a string of length 1? Well, that's length 2. Could we do length 1?
Why is it length 2?
D and O, that's 2 characters, right? Can we just do
Yeah,
one
but I
character?
thought it's D is 0 and
Yeah, that's their positions, but we're thinking about the length. Length is just how many
right, right.
characters
Yeah,
in a
yeah,
string.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
all good. Nice. Okay, what's the next simplest possible test case?
2.
Like a string of 2 characters? There is a simpler one, actually.
Simpler than 1 and a 0.
Uh, Simpler than 2 characters.
We do this.
It's simpler than this one test case is simpler than 3 characters, simpler than 2 characters. Okay, it's a one character. I'll tell you, it's a 1 character string. There's something else we can do with a 1 character string that we haven't done yet.
0.
Yeah, 1 character with index 0, right? Nice. Cool. Yeah, but you see what we did there? How we gradually increase in complexity?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So this is an idea I want you to carry with you in the future functions. But yeah, I think the test looked pretty good. Shall we move on to the body?
So do we need to use string append here again?
Maybe. You read string insert carefully. Something it say it's used but not previously defined. Yeah, the hyphen, right? That's interesting. Okay, yeah.
They're the same. I is a number. Assume I is a number between zero. What if can I just type a number then?
I mean, I is just a name, right? I is a placeholder for a number.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I is already a number.
but does the program know that?
Yeah, and that's why if you read the error message, it's saying that string up. What's the second argument of string append? What should string append take in?
Two strings.
Two strings, right? But the code here is passing a number for string append, and so the error is complaining like, why are you giving me a string? Sorry, why are you giving me a number?
Well, it shouldn't write, and there should be nothing
Yeah, so where's the I coming from?
from here.
Yeah, we're appending this literally the string I, right? So should we be appending string I to underscore?
No,
Okay.
just the underscore.
Okay, so let's just keep the underscore. See what happens. Well, if there's no second string, and there's no need to use string append, right? Okay, 2 out of 4. So what's happening here?
First two passed.
Okay. Okay, so why is this happening?
But I think our tests are correct for some reason. Well, it positions the underscore after the string.
Yeah. It seems like we need to put the underscore in the middle of the string, right? Or in the case of D, the underscore goes before the string.
Yes.
Okay, so this is interesting. How do we do that?
We need another string append or not.
Okay, if we do add another string append, what are we appending?
An underscore to the string,
So that's what we already have, right? We're appending underscore to a string.
but we change their positions.
And how do we do that?
Do we need an if statement here?
What would we do with the if statement?
Well, if we do like another string append, but with an underscore before the string, it will just confuse the tests. It will pass one but fail another.
Okay. So it seems like if isn't the thing that helps us here. I'll give you a hint. Let's look at the food case. Notice how the underscore is sandwiched in the middle of the string, right?
Yeah.
But on line 4, we're treating string in its entirety. So clearly,
Yes.
something about what our function must do is that it must break apart this string, right? Into two pieces, right? That's a fact. We have to break it down into two pieces. So
It
what
was
does that suggest?
a split.
A split. What do you mean by that?
I think there's like string split that I don't remember how would
Okay. So you're saying that's like the function with strings that will help us? All right, let's look for
yeah.
it. So you said split. Is split something that will help us here?
No.
Hmm. Okay, should we keep looking around? Maybe there's something that'll help us here.
Is this a char at?
Okay. And how will this help us?
It returns a character at the street index I n. from string n.
Okay. So it gives us back a single
So it,
character. Okay.
yeah, and we place an underscore before the character.
Okay.
Like we have an I which can be anything.
Sure. Okay. So how would we use that in practice?
So we change it to yeah. I don't know how to make this work.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's not string character and. The reason why it's not string character and is because it's only giving you back one character. But we don't, one character isn't enough for us. We need to like cut a string in two, right? That's another function here that will help you do that. You've passed it. There was a function that you looked at briefly that does actually help you. It's a function that gives you a string. It, string substring. Do you see how this could help us?
So and in end index and start index.
Okay.
One of them is I, and the other one is the length of the string.
Okay. All right. So could we see how we could use this? Also, this session's gonna expire. I'm gonna close this one and send you a new link on Gmail, okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. String
So,
substring just first.
so we need to replace the third and fourth with this. The third and fourth test.
What do you mean? Can you show me?
Do you see the screen?
Yeah, I see a screen, but I don't get what you mean by replacing the third and fourth test. Because the third and
Like,
fourth test looks perfectly fine, right? Lines 10 and 11.
yeah.
So, yeah, it's not the test we should be replacing. It should be the implementation of our function, right? Oh, so this check here is just telling you how this strict substring works. If you call it on just the first with uh indices 0 and 1, it gets you j. That's what this is saying. So we can remove the isj part. They're just the first and 0 and 1. These are like examples. But in our case, what should those arguments be? What should be the string that we are getting the substring of?
Should be str.
Oh, okay. str. And how
And
exactly
a
are we going to? Mhm.
number I and an underscore.
Okay. Okay. All right. Can you show me? Oh, this is literally underscore. Okay. Careful. What's the third argument of substring supposed to be? Is it supposed to be a string?
I think maybe
What's the second argument supposed to be? Is the second argument of substring meant to be a string? So let's read the string substring documentation carefully. What does it take in and what does it do with what it takes in? So let's read the
mm,
description.
returns a new string created from the characters of the input string.
Okay. What about the rest?
Started from start index inclusive and ending at end index.
Yeah.
Raises an exception. If starting index is greater than end index, if start index is greater than the length of the string, or if the end index is less than 0.
Okay.
Well, the start should be always 0 then,
Okay. All right.
and the length should be I because it can be of any length.
Nice. Okay. And all right. What do we do with this?
So it produces it returns a new string and then a new string, and then we need to add an underscore to the string.
Okay. How do we add an underscore to this new string?
We add it to I.
Sorry, what do you mean?
So we don't need this then.
Okay. All right. Let's get it out. What's happening here?
We're missing an underscore here.
Oh, no, we cut out the underscore, right? And how do we get the underscore back in there? Should it be there? How many things does substring take in? Just three,
Three.
right? Okay, so just to recap, line four gets us a string. That's one string we got. We have a second string, which is the underscore. How do we how do we glue two strings together?
Append.
Append. Okay, so what are we appending?
Um, mm, we do it like this.
Okay. Now we have two answers, right? So can you walk me through what you're trying to do here?
Well, this produces a new string.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do is to add an underscore to that string.
Okay.
So can I do string append here then? But
But you want to string append the results of string substring, right?
yeah,
So if you want to do it anywhere, you need to surround the entire string substring expression. So surround all of line four in parentheses. And before the first parentheses, write string append. And so string append right now takes in one thing, but we need a second thing, right? What's the second thing?
underscore
Yeah, so how do we add that underscore to our string append here?
here.
Okay, yeah, cool. Okay, this is like very close. Let's see what's missing. Where did the D go? That D is also gone. Okay, so why did the D disappear?
It was replaced by the underscore. Oh
Placed by
no.
the
No,
underscore.
no, 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 it wasn't. It wasn't.
Okay, so the D disappeared. What here are we calling that could be cutting things out?
Substring.
String substring, right? So what we're doing is we're cutting anything past position I. And the D is past position I, and so the D is gone. But here's the thing, we want this. This is right. We need to cut out the D so that we can put, for example, for food, we can put foo before the underscore. But how do we get the D back? Just the D from food. How do we get that back? Right? We have a full string food, and we need to do something that gets us the string D back. What did we do just now to get like a part of a string? So from food, we got foo, right? How do we get foo? What did we do to get foo from food?
String substring.
String substring. Could we use string substring again, but to get the D this time? Because that's what we want, right? We want the parts of the string after the underscore.
So another string substring. No, how this?
I mean, why not, right? We can this is our function, we can do what we want. We can call string substring 10 times if you wanted to.
So another string substring for the underscore.
Not for the underscore, for the parts of the string past the underscore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what is it for? We already have a like a string.
Well, is there one string enough? Like, let's look at the foo test case on our right-hand side here. We got the foo, we got the underscore, but we're missing the D. We're missing the parts after the underscore. So we're missing something, right? So how do we get the parts after the underscore? It's going to be very similar to how we got the parts before the underscore. So how do we get the parts before the underscore just now?
But what we did with string substring.
Yeah. And how do we use string substring to get the parts before the underscore?
But why do we need two new strings?
Okay, suppose we don't have a second string, we only have one new string. Can we solve our problem?
Well, not for tests, not for this particular test.
And why not? Why can't we use one string to solve that problem?
Well, because it removes D.
Okay, there we go. So we need to get back D, right?
So what should be here? The string substring again, the new string should be here, or
So where do we get a D from?
it was there already
I mean, from test 4. If we just want to get an isolated D, where is that D going to come from?
from the string.
From the string str, right? The original string. All right, so how do we get the parts after the underscore?
Should be an I then.
Yeah,
Or
okay. So yeah, we have an I for where it starts, and where does it end?
at the underscore.
Well,
No,
the third thing of substring is a number, right? It's an n index. What would the n index be? So when we say past the underscore, that's from I to the very end of the string, right? How do we say at the very end of the string in terms of index? Okay, I do have to run now for my next session. You are very close. I'll say think about this a little bit more, maybe take a break, but do save your work. You are very, very close. I promise you that.
okay,
All right.
so should
Okay.
we carry on tomorrow or should I do this
Uh,
myself?
yeah, you're welcome to work on this on your own, but we can also continue tomorrow. Okay,
Okay,
I have to run now. All right, go work, Victor, and I'll see
okay,
you next time. All right, bye bye.
see ya.